Another side of the coin, we've talked about the love of God and the beauty of the world that God has given us, and a good and just and gentle God. But people will say, how can there possibly be a God when so much evil exists in the world? But you need to also stop and think, where is this evil and injustice coming from? It is not coming from God. It's coming from the selfishness of human beings. As Father Barron talked about in chapter 1, he talks about how when we put us first, when it's me, what is this going to do for me? Not the will of the good of the other. When we are constantly taking in the grace of God and then spreading the Spirit out to others and being God and building the kingdom of God in our world, if everyone did that, there would not be evil in this world. But also our response to this evil, the human response of saying that is wrong, that is an injustice, something needs to be done to correct this, that is God. Because without the perfect standard, as we talked about in the 5 proofs, it's from the understanding of perfection that we are able to acknowledge and notice the evil and injustice that comes in our world through the sins of humans. And that moral law is deeply embedded in the heart of each and every person. And that innate sense of right and wrong comes from God. Even a newborn baby will know when something is wrong. If he or she is not being treated right, that baby knows. That baby does not have to be taught. All of us know when something is not right. And that knowledge, that understanding, that feeling of injustice comes from a good and just God. Here is a vocab word, transcendence, and the definition that goes along with it. Please be familiar with this definition. And finally, we have the story of St. Catherine Drexel. In our last section, the red section, please know that she was a missionary to Native Americans in the West and Southwest United States. She was born in the United States, and she was canonized in the year 2000. And she sacrificed her life to help others, again, to do the will for others of spreading God's grace and God's kingdom with her selfless service to others, doing good, spreading the will of God, and spreading God's grace through her faith to others. This is the end of chapter 2.